Gorilla Tag's new lava update has introduced a new way to move around the map, and in this video I'm going to be going over everything you need to know to lava run perfectly every single time. The things I'm going to talk about in this video are going to be the movement, the 3 key things you need to know, and some tips that helped me when I started lava running. So first, let's get into the movement. So the first thing you want to do when practicing lava running is you want to keep your body above the lava. When you're doing it correctly, it looks like this. Now, in order to keep your body above the lava, you need to focus on one thing. So when you're doing the motion, which is just this with your hands, you go back and forth, you want to make sure that your hand never goes under the lava. Because when your hand goes under the lava and you pull it back up, it pulls you down. So you don't want to go like this, but you want to go like this. Just hit the lava, and you never want your hand to go under the lava. The best way I found to practice this is I would just go into the middle of the lava lake and just try to stay afloat. So what I did, I would just jump into the middle of the lava and just practice that motion. Try to stay afloat as long as possible. That's one of, if not the most important thing to focus on. So make sure when you're doing the movement, your hands don't go under the lava. So now let's talk about the 3 major things you need to focus on when lava running. Those 3 things are buoyancy, rhythm, and consistency. Buoyancy is what we talked about earlier, staying afloat above the lava. That is making sure your hands never go under the lava, but they always stay on the surface. So rhythm is just what it sounds like. When you're hitting the lava, you want to hit your hands to a specific rhythm. What that means is instead of hitting like 1, 2, 1, 2 like this and having a pattern that's inconsistent, you want to hit a pattern that follows some sort of rhythm. It's kind of like drumming. When you're a drummer in a band, you want to keep a consistent rhythm with your drums. And that's the same thing with lava running. So you want to make sure that your movement falls under a specific rhythm. So it could be like this, or you could go slower, or you could go faster. But you want to make sure you keep that rhythm. I'll go over what helped me keep a consistent rhythm every time later in the video. The last thing is consistency. For example, you're doing your motion like this. So your arm starts here and it finishes up here. And it starts up here and finishes down here. Consistency means this stays the same. You never want to go past that up here, or you never want to go under it. You always want to start at the same position and end at the same position, and then you want to start at the same position and end at the same position. So if you were doing your movement like this, and then the next one you did it like this, then it would throw you off balance and you'd fall into the lava. So really what I mean is you just want to keep the movement the exact same. You don't want to raise your arms higher or lower than you started. Now here are some things that help me learn lava running faster. These are things that you should focus on when practicing, because in the long run, it would help you get the motion faster. If there is some advice that I could give to you to help you learn better, it would be to stop focusing on running on the lava. Here's what I mean. So when you're trying to lava run, you want to look at your hands and see where they are on the lava. But what helped me a lot was whenever I would get the motion down, I would look up so I can't see my hands anymore. And then it helped me get a better rhythm. When you're looking at your hands in the lava, you try to move them based off of where the lava is. So what helped me starting out is I would go into the middle of the lava and then I would get the motion down. So I'd look at my hands, slap the surface of the lava, and then when I get the motion down, I'd speed it up and look up. When you're not looking at your hands, you start to think more about keeping a consistent rhythm rather than trying to hit onto the lava. Something else that I found really useful when starting out is to create a beat. I'm not even joking. Create a beat in your head that follows a specific rhythm. Try playing that beat in your head and you want to move your hands to that beat. Or you can try putting on a really fast song and then moving your hands to the beat. This again will help you keep a consistent rhythm as you're moving in the lava. Now let's talk about how to keep your arms more consistent in the placing. I'm just going to tell you what I do, just so you guys can try it out and see if it works for you. If it doesn't, that's fine. You could use your own arm motion, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you're keeping yourself above the lava, you should be fine. My hand motion starts here. I extend my arms all the way out and I angle them down a little bit. Now when I'm in the lava, when I have them angled down, they're not going to keep me above the lava. They're just going to go under the lava. So I start by putting my hands up and hitting like this. So my hands are angled up a little bit. And then when I start to keep my body above the lava, I angle my hands slowly down and then I start running. So that's just what I do. If you want, you can try it out and see if it helps you. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but try out what works for you. So hopefully all these tips helped you in learning how to lava run, but the video is not over yet. There's still one more thing that I need to talk about that could potentially mess you up when you're lava running. This one thing is called calibration. There's this weird thing that can happen when you start lava running and you'll start lava running to the side. So I'll demonstrate here. When I'm lava running, I'm going to the right. I'll demonstrate again. So when I'm lava running, I'm going to the side and I want to go forward. The reason that's happening is that you're not calibrated. So you have to calibrate yourself in order to lava run. I know that sounds weird, but it's actually really easy to do. So you want to start lava running and you want to look in which direction you're going. So you want to take note of which direction you're going in when you start lava running. So I'm going this way. So then you want to turn back and then you want to smooth turn to look in that direction, just like that. You want to use your smooth turn and then it should be fixed. I have no idea why it happens, but if you're not calibrated, you can do some really weird stuff like this. So play around with your smooth turn until you're finally going in the direction you want to go. Sadly, if you're someone like me and you play in a small play space with smooth turn, then lava running won't work for you. You have to be in a big play space and you have to be able to turn in real life freely. So sadly, you can't really use smooth turn on lava, but it's a small price to pay. So that is how you lava run in Gorilla Tag. I tried to go as in-depth as I could, but if there's something that I left out, let me know in the comments. I hope I could help teaching you guys how to run on lava, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a like because it will help me a lot. And if you really like my content and you really want to, then make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 3.5k, so it would really mean a lot to me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I will see you guys later.